Hello, welcome back to my channel. I say thank you to my subscribers, and if this is your first time of stopping by, I say welcome. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this reversible hair bonnet using two different colors of satin fabric. It's easy to make and beginner friendly. So if this is something you're interested in learning, please keep on watching. So to get started, I have my fabric here on fold, right side facing each other. And I also have the other color of fabric I'll be using to combine it. So now, to get started, we're going to measure 12.5 inches. You can use 13 or 14 inches. This is for an adult size. So I've measured 12.5 inches and the length is 25 inches. So I'll just fold that into two to get my circle. So that's the folded edge, and these other sides are open. They are the open edges. So I'll just place my tape rule at the folded edge there at that corner, and I'll measure 12.5 inches around. So this is me measuring 12.5 inches around. So I've marked that out, and then I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting out, take out my pins and I'll open it. Then I'll take the other fabric, I'll bring my other fabric, and then I place it. So here's the fabric. I'll spread it out. It's also folded into two, right side facing each other. So I'll go ahead and place the other one I just cut on it, and then I'll pin it down to hold it in place. Okay, mind you, you can cut your circle together at once, but here I'm just going to cut them separately. Like I said earlier, it's a beginner friendly tutorial. So I'll just go ahead and pin it down so it doesn't move while cutting. So after pinning, I'll just go ahead and cut it following the shape of the first one I did. So I'll just cut it. So now I have my fabric cut out. What I'm going to do next now is to open them up and place them together, right side facing each other. Don't forget, please, right side facing each other. So after placing it right side facing each other, I'll go ahead and stitch it around. Okay, I'll just go ahead and stitch it around using 0.5 inches. So I'll go and I'll show you what it looks like. So here I have gone ahead to stitch it around. Okay, I've stitched it around and I left a 2-inch open space there. Okay, I just left 2 inches space to enable me turn my fabric inside out. So what I'll do now is to trim out the excess around it. So I'll just go ahead and trim it off. So after trimming off, I'll go ahead to give it a knot so that when I turn it inside out, it's going to lay flat and not look bulky. So the next thing now is to locate the 2 inches space I left initially. This is to enable me turn it inside out. So I'm going to turn it inside out now. Yes, I'll turn it inside out. So after turning it inside out, I'll go ahead and iron it flat. I'll go ahead and iron it flat and show you what it looks like. So I've gone ahead to iron it, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so the next thing I'll do now is to mark out where I'll be fixing my elastic. So first I will identify where the 2-inch mark opening is, and then I'll go ahead to mark out 2 inches first all around the circle. I'll mark 2 inches all around the circle. So I've marked out 2 inches around. So the next one I'm going to do now is to mark out 1/2 inch away from the 2-inch mark. So now, after marking the 1/2 inch around, you know the first one we marked 2 inches. We're going to sew the 2-inch mark all around. But for the 1/2 inch away from the 2-inch mark, we're going to stitch from beginning from the opening that we had, the 2-inch opening we had. We're going to stitch from there round and stop at the opening, so that we still have our 2-inch open. I hope you understand. Please watch the video. You're going to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay. So this is me showing you again. We stitched the 2 inches round, and then for the 1/2 inch we came down from the 2 inch. We'll start from the opening. We'll stitch there and we'll close the opening. So this is the elastic I'll be fixing in. So I'll go ahead now to stitch it down and show you what it looks like. So I've gone to stitch it down. And I still have my 2 inches opening where I'll be inserting the elastic. So now I'm going to take my elastic and my safety pin that I'll use to insert the elastic, and I'll go ahead and put it in. But first we have to get the measurement for the elastic, and here I'll be using 17 inches. You can use 16.5 inches. Okay, but I'm going to mark 17 inches. So I'll mark it out. I'm going to cut it out and then use my safety pin to insert it through the opening. So when I insert it, I'll use another pin to hold the other edge of the elastic to the fabric so it doesn't go in when passing the elastic inside. So that pin there is to hold it in place. So now I'll go ahead and put in the elastic. So now I've fixed the elastic inside. I fixed it, and the next thing we're going to do is to hold the elastic in place so that it doesn't go inside. But here I'm trying to spread it out so they will be even in size. So after spreading it out, we would have to hold the elastic in place. So you either tie a knot, tie it tight, or you go ahead and stitch it down. So I'll be going ahead to stitch down my elastic and I'll show you. So now I have stitched it down, and the next thing we're going to do is to close up the opening. So if you watched up to this point, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave your comment below. So now we are almost done with the bonnet. As you can see, I'm trying to spread it out. So go ahead and spread it out to have an equal distribution of the gathered fabric. So after you have done that, just locate the opening we have where we inserted the elastic. You know, we can't leave that open. So you indicate that part and then go ahead and close it up. This is to ensure that you have a neat finishing. You can either use a hand stitch or use your sewing machine to close it up. So I've gone ahead to stitch mine down using a sewing machine, and we are done with the hair bonnet. Our hair bonnet now is ready, and look at how beautiful it looks. So this is our reversible hair bonnet. It's so easy to make. So we've come to the end of this tutorial, and I hope you found this video helpful. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all for watching. See you in my next video. Bye for now and stay safe.